Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel where skincare is all about progression over perfection because perfection doesn't exist. Speaking of things not being perfect, let's talk about the skincare world of TikTok. It's a battlefield over there. It's insane. Whenever I go onto TikTok, I have like a private one, but when I go into my James Welsh one, I'm just swarmed with all this crazy there's some great information on TikTok, some amazing experts and dermatologists over there giving out all this amazing free information, but there's also some weird stuff going on. So today we're going to take a look at some of the TikTok videos you've tagged me in, some I've seen, some I haven't, and generally react to them. Please remember, I'm not an expert in any way, I'm just your consumer. Consumers are important people, we're important. So when I'm talking about these videos, I'm always referring back to my skin, how my skin will react if I did anything weird like these people do to their skin. Also, I'll link to posts down below with relevant information from dermatologists, estheticians, chemists, other experts that I really trust for further reading if you have some spare time. Let's get into it. Let's react to the first video. I'm going to move over here. I always forget to do that. Okay, so I've actually seen this video and I've looked at this product.
I'm never using makeup wipes again. Apparently this mask peels off your makeup. If you take anything from this video, it's do not eat it. It's seriously disgusting. So I took the mask and started applying it all over to my face, and I was not scarce. I literally put it everywhere and used a lot. Then took the blow dryer to dry it, but my face was so tight I could barely drink my drink and I was so thirsty, but then my face was actually completely dry and ready to remove. And I was so shook. It was actually removing my makeup. Like, what?
Was it though? Did it? I mean, I guess it removed a little bit. Few things. That drink is always in the background of TikTokers' videos. It's the most obvious undisclosed advert I think I've ever seen. They are everywhere. Okay, so this is a good example of a product becoming viral but being used in the wrong way. And that's how I feel like a lot of these products become viral, is that people pretend they make these claims that you actually don't. Like the Neogen peeling mousse. Neogen never claimed it removed peeled dead skin off your face, but that's what everyone was saying, right? Because that's what people think peeling gels do. And I've seen this product talked about a lot, and a lot of people think that this product is genuinely meant to remove your makeup. It's not. It's just your average, everyday, pretty basic looking peel off mask. As we can see, it gives nowhere near an effective cleanse. Whatever peel off mask you're gonna do, this is not an easier way to cleanse. This isn't a quicker way to cleanse. This isn't an effective way to cleanse off your makeup. We can see that. Again, with no real benefits to the skin either. Looking at that mask, it's a very basic mask. It doesn't even look like it has much benefits within itself, but obviously no. This is just like a fun, I guess, I hope a fun thing people are doing, but don't think a peel off mask is gonna take off your makeup. Just oil cleanse. It takes half the time. Oh god, okay, so I have seen this one.
So I decided not to wear sunscreen in Florida for one day. Bad decision? This thing appeared. Named him Bulging Beluga. It was time for him to leave. Vomited after this. I don't do well with blisters. Then my skin dried up like a prune and was incredibly painful. Ouch. Me 3 days earlier. Wear your sunscreen.
So there's a deeper layer to this, and I just want to play you this video because she goes into a bit more detail about how this happened.
Hey guys, so Carolyn went to Florida for 5 days and she didn't wear sunscreen on the last day. Bad decision. It was sunny, I did that on purpose. But my skin was already sun sensitive because of a medicine I used called tretinoin. It makes me sensitive to the sun. Don't know about anybody else, but that was So anyways, I woke up, I went to bed with a bad sunburn. I woke up with a big, like my face was swollen. I did not wake up with a blister. I woke up and my face was swollen. And then it just drained to the bottom of my face and created like a clementine. I didn't even know. Some people said honey. That was really funny. So then I did that the whole, am I on 2X? I'm having way too much time. Oh, I'm not. So then I dealt with it for the whole day, and then I went to urgent care, and it was so big they said it will pop on its own. So I was like, I learned.
Okay, so don't talk and eat grapes, you might die. I think it's something we learned from that. But this is such an important video to actually show sun damage is real. People know that, but I feel like they just see influencers and dermatologists being like, oh, wear your sunscreen. You know, everyone's trying to make wear sunscreen like their thing, but everyone should wear sunscreen. That's why people say it, especially if you're going to lay out in the sun or walk around in a country that's known for being sunny, you know? Oh, is Florida known for being sunny? It rained while I was there the majority of the time. I don't know. So she's using a prescription product, tretinoin, that's known for making your skin sensitive to the sun anyway, and then not wearing sunscreen. I like to think, I don't have a lot to say other than this is proof for all you anti-sunscreeners that the sun is obviously can be very, very bad for your skin. I'm glad that she went to go and see a medical professional pretty much right away, and they gave her the all clear. However, this can happen to you even if you're not using products that are making your skin more sensitive to the sun. I remember when I went to Tenerife, I didn't wear sunscreen back then. I was like 16 and sunbathed one day, purposely trying to get super brown using like carrot oil on my skin. My whole shoulder here had little blisters on it. I didn't think much of it. I think if I'd stayed out there any longer and continued to sunbathe, could have been skin cancer, you know? It's serious. And I think it's particularly frustrating when we have celebrities out here giving misinformation about sunscreen, professionals debating back and forth whether or not sunscreen gives you cancer. You know, it's kind of like, just protect yourself, cover up, you know? Okay.
Secret
Hi guys, meron lang akong i-reveal sa inyo na skincare secret ko that I've been using for more than 10 years na. Ito. Ito ang isa sa secret ko bakit maputi face ko, makinis, pino, poreless, at saka bihira lang ako magka-pimple. So ituturo ko sa inyo paano. Okay, so ito lang ang kailangan natin. Glass container, evaporated milk, at saka 1 to 2 pieces of lemon. So pag nalinis mo na si lemon, i-cut mo lang siya into half, tanggalin mo yung buto. Okay, so ang gagawin mo, i-squeeze mo lang si lemon, tapos isama mo na rin yung pulp. So ayan, pag na-squeeze mo na siya, ilagay mo na rin yung dalawa sa loob. And then next, ilagay mo na si milk. Yan. Okay guys, so mapapansin nyo, nung nalagay nyo na si milk, magka-curdle yan o parang magiging taho. So itakluban nyo na siya, ibuburo nyo siya sa ref for 2 days muna. Purpose, bakit natin siya ibuburo? Kasi para maging lactic acid na siya. So guys, kasi pag pinagsama mo yung lemon at saka milk, nagiging lactic acid siya na nakakaputi, nakakapino na skin at saka nakaka-bleach. Like for part 2.
So first of all, this gentleman here has a very heavy filter on. If you look in the background, I don't know if you watch my Instagram versus reality series, but the background's wavy, it's all going in. He's probably using app like Snow to do this. Why is that relevant? Because he's probably got filter on his skin as well. So that's something to look out for when people are giving skin advice. So from what I understand from the video, he's trying to recreate the fermentation process of milk. And that's when you find lactic acid. So in like sour milk, products like yogurt, he could have just used yogurt. So lactic acid is of course an AHA, and its benefits are usually to help even out the skin tone, help fade dark spots, brighten the skin in general. It can also help with fine lines, wrinkles, all that kind of stuff. I very much doubt you're going to get the same results as an amazing formulated for your skin AHA with moldy milk. It makes me feel sick. I don't think you're going to get the same result, in all honesty. The fact that this is called a skin bleaching recipe as well raises a lot of questions and a lot of discussion for me. It's quite worrying. We never want to bleach our skin. We never want to bleach away the amazing colour that we've been born with. And that's not really what lactic acid does in any way whatsoever. Lemon can potentially do this whilst also really drying out your skin, eventually making it darker in some cases because of the dryness and the dullness. And if you don't wear sunscreen, and I always say not in a mean way, but if people are rubbing lemons on their skin, I doubt they're the type of people to wear sunscreen and reapply throughout the day. I'm talking very fast. I'm very sorry. I forgot what I said now. What was I talking about? Lemon is never a good thing to put on your skin fresh from the fruit. Just don't do it. My alternatives for this would be alpha-arbutin if you're trying to even out your skin tone, brighten your skin, and fade dark spots and post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation. Alpha-arbutin is an amazing ingredient that I discovered alpha-arbutin. Azelaic acid is great for this as well, and AHAs in general, just continuous use of good exfoliation and actives, I found for me really helps even out the skin tone and brighten the skin. The whole thing makes me feel a little bit sick. From the bleaching to the moldy milk, I just don't do this. You know. Okay, next one.
Quick test to determine the order of skincare. You're going to pump out your skincare products in the order that you think you should apply them. So the essence, then the toner, and then the serum, and then lastly your moisturizer. I'm doing a nighttime skincare routine, by the way. And then you're going to conduct your drip test. So you're going to do your skincare in the order of which product drips the fastest.
So this is one of the ones I was tagged in I haven't actually seen yet. That is clever. That is very clever. Obviously, this is just emphasizing the fact that people recommend you apply your sunscreen, your skincare from lightest, thinnest to thickest. As a general rule, you'll find that this is the order a lot of people say to do your skincare routine in anyway. For me, this is just re-emphasizing that this is the order you do your skincare routine in. I tend to do toner, essence, serum, moisturizer. Serums, the majority of the time, are always going to be thicker. Moisturizers are, of course, as well. Toners, essences are usually the most hydrating products with the most hydrating ingredients, so they are usually the thinnest as well. And of course, moisturizers are always the occlusive, so they naturally the thickest. You don't really have to do this test just to remember that order. And there's not a real science to layering skincare anyway. Obviously, it changes depending if you're using oils and things like that. But if you use a slightly thicker toner than one of your serums, is not the end of the world. It's not going to render either useless. But in general, this is a good, decent test if you want to do this for funsies, and a good order to do your skincare in. Yeah, I like that. That's cute. Okay, I was tagged in this a lot, and I started watching it and then I stopped because I was tired and I couldn't keep up, and you'll see what I mean. Oh, 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 yes. Oh, the end bit makes me so happy. Right, a few things. Yes, feed the squirrels, feed them around you. They're cute. Second thing, love her storage, love her organization. Give me a minute, because I'm gonna have to write these down. I'm gonna have to watch this and write these down. Right, okay, so let's go through it. Okay, hang on. Okay, so cleanser, she's using Vanilla Cream, and then she goes into a toner, which is a rose water. Oh no, she's gonna do that. Rose water. Serum looks like unnamed serum, hyaluronic acid, and niacinamide, and then a roller with oil, and then an exfoliating treatment, a booster. Oh my god, hang on. So the Paula's Choice booster azelaic acid and salicylic acid, that is the moisturizer mixed with oil. Argan oil, that it looks like it's quite greasy. No, it's quite heavy but not greasy. It's kind of like a dryish oil. And then she goes in with another moisturizer, then this vibrating tool thing, and then she goes into a sunscreen, which she just shows two as an example. So I don't think she uses these every day. As she says, she alternates. Whew. Eye patches, which should have gone on in the serum stage, they're just covered in serum. And then 3 eye products, which I hope again she alternates between. She's just showing us what she uses, I think. Bit of lippy, bit of something, then nice glow. Okay, cool. Whew, Jesus. Wow, okay. I think this is a really, really good example of everyone's skin is different. If I was to exfoliate, basically that razor is an exfoliation stage. If I was to do that and then use the Paula's Choice azelaic acid and salicylic acid booster, my skin would go crazy. It gets some irritation. As someone with oily skin, these products would be dripping off my face within the next 20 minutes. There's just so much going on here. I do think she's just alternating and showing us the products that she uses as a whole, rather than this is her whole routine all the time. There is such thing as too much skincare, and that's not as in like, oh, your 10-step routine is wrong, but the sheer amount of moisturizers she used in there, her skin would only accept a little bit of one anyway. Do you know what I mean? Your skin will only take in so much product as it is, so the majority of the time you're wasting product. And the majority of that is probably just sitting on top of her skin, to be honest. Yeah, but I think she was just showing us everything she uses overall, not all in one routine, I think. Okay, here's the next one, and this one was extremely popular. Harsh chemicals and sun equals cancer. Sun damage can equal cancer. Okay. I would love for these people to point out exactly what ingredients in sunscreens are toxic and are considered harsh chemicals without sending me a link to the EWG. This is when greenwashing within the skincare realm becomes troubling and dangerous. I did have a really interesting discussion actually with somebody on Twitter about a particular ingredient within waterproof sunscreen, which has been shown to have a few potentially negative side effects, which I'll try and look back at the conversation, but then, there were quite a few experts going back and forth on this. Overall, though, the general consensus is to protect yourself with sunscreen. I do not think there are people out there trying to kill you with sunscreen. I don't think dermatologists are making up their skin cancer patients, their befores and afters of skin cancer removal. I don't think dermatologists are recommending sunscreen just for funsies, like just to make a bit of extra cash. I don't think that's happening whatsoever. A few things I've seen online recently that kind of like got me thinking. I know I'm preaching to the choir here. I know you all wear sunscreen. And this is by no means a comment on the poster's parenting skills. I know a lot of parents who won't use sunscreen on their kids, and that's fine, but they will cover them up. Again, that's fine. I believe that's what my mum used to do. If we were spending the day at the beach, I would be in, that awful heavy white sunscreen, but then covered up most of the time, and that's absolutely fine. That's great as well. Also, a lot of people are like, oh, you're talking about sunscreen and your kids eating mud. I ate so much fucking mud when I was young. I ate so much mud. I looked at this lady's TikTok, and I don't agree with a lot of the stuff she says, but I think attacking people and their parenting skills is a little bit like, you can have a meaningful conversation without having to attack them as a person, I ate mud, I ate ants when I was younger. Maybe it built up my immune system. I don't know if that's a real thing. Let the kids eat mud. I say. There is an overwhelming amount of evidence and recommendations from specialists who will tell you to wear sunscreen over not wearing sunscreen. I'll link to so many. I think I always link to Jen from the EcoWell and Michelle from Lab Muffin as far as their breakdown of talking about the science behind stuff, because they're very objective. They don't bring their personal opinion into a lot of what they talk about. They lead by science. And that's what we need when it comes to stuff like this. So I always link to those. But also they present their information in a way that's easily digestible to people like me who I can't sit through a paper because I don't understand it. And they break everything down for you. As far as like sunscreen ingredients in your bloodstream, in water, the evidence about mineral versus chemical, all that stuff down below. Oh God, I want to show you this one. So no one tagged me in this, but I want to show you this because I have a personal story about this, believe it or not. Where is it? It's gross. It's like a really shit Wolverine, isn't it? I have a personal story about this, which I'll tell you in a minute. But Dr. Dustin Portella, 208 Skin Doc over on TikTok, who is one of my favorite dermatologists to follow on TikTok, made a duet, are they called? Or a stitch? I don't know what the kids are saying on TikTok, with this video explaining what this is. Because I have experienced this before, but I had no idea what it was.
This is an amazing one. This is an interdigital pilonidal sinus. That means a nest of hairs. This is really uncommon because we don't have hair follicles on our hands or on our feet. This happens in barbers or hairdressers when that skin gets wet and macerated. Hairs that they're cutting can penetrate the skin there and cause this little infection. So certain things can be done by the hairdressers to avoid this. Care needs to be taken because infections there can be pretty bad. This is just wild.
I'll come back into the middle because that's the reactions done now. So I used to work in a salon. I used to work in a place called Taylor in London, which if you want your hair dyed, cut, coloured, dyed and coloured are the same thing. Check them out. They're incredible. Like amazing, amazing people who work there. But an occupational hazard of working in a salon, whether you're cutting hair on reception like myself, was what we called hair splinters. So these are little hairs cut from clients that somehow get in your skin. They would often get in your hands, in your feet, not quite to that level. I wouldn't be like, shooting hairs out of my hands, but they would get into your skin and they would be the most painful thing you've ever felt. more painful than a paper cut and a normal splinter. If one got on your foot, you could not walk on your foot until you got it out. Like, I would be digging at my skin at trying to get these hair splinters out of my skin. They are horrific. The most pain you'll ever have. So if you go and get your hair cut, if you have your hair cut short, you get those little short hairs, get it off your body as quick as you can. Don't let them linger around. Change your socks, change your shoes, hoover your shoes, get rid of it all. There is a few more reactions there for you to the wonderful world of TikTok skincare. I'm not really on TikTok. I keep going back and forth on TikTok. Follow me anyway if you want to tag me in some of this stuff, but you can watch more reaction videos here, some general light entertainment here, and I'll see you over there.